So we have arrived at Wilson Castle in Proctor, Vermont. We are just about to go on a walkthrough with the owner. Right now we're just getting some shots from the outside. It's a beautiful location. And this is just the front of the location. They're still doing renovating, so we are actually investigating. They close at 5 to the public, so we are here till about 10 in the morning, so we're going to have a long time to investigate. So tonight's investigation, we have Stan and Chris, myself, and then Amanda and Brad, who are up front right now.
Gonna be an exciting one.
Yeah, I gotta ask Denise the square footage. I know she said 33 rooms, 11 bathrooms, 13 fireplaces. Yeah, and what's awesome is that tonight we get exclusive access to the third floor and the basement, which they don't allow during the day, so who knows what goes on there. So, let's see if they're ready to go. Alright, so this is file 1. This is the walkthrough at Wilson Castle.
Hey guys, welcome to the castle. Just to tell you a little bit of information and history, the castle was started in 1885. It is quite a large home and it took a few years to build, 7.5 years. Construction cost was upwards of $1.3 million back then, which is $33 million in today's money. And it was built for a gentleman named John Johnson and his wife Sarah Robbins. They did have a child. His name was Elliot. And the money for this place all came from her side of the family. And basically, he wasn't a very nice guy. He was a swindler and used his wife's money to build this place, really for her, but in his taste. So it didn't last very long. By 1900, the original family was gone. John Johnson left when the money basically was dried up and was told no more. And Sarah Robbins and their 11-year-old child, Elliot, went to go to Boston and then settled in Connecticut. So that's the kind of story with the original owners. And then it was bought and sold numerous times. In 1940, it was acquired by Colonel Wilson, who was doing work nearby on some radio stations. And their family has owned it ever since. Here it is 2020, 80 years later. And it's still privately owned by them. We do all this to basically raise funds to restore the building, to keep it going, keeping it open to the community, and we like to have fun with it.
Yeah.
So as we go around, we'll kind of show you some of the cool things, some of the activity maybe that we've experienced. This is Denise. Denise is the owner. I'm sorry, my name is Andy. But
Denise.
Denise is Colonel Wilson's granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
just as we walk around, this is what we call the living room now. It's got everything in here is from the Wilsons. They acquired some great pieces that we're blessed to still have and show off. A lot of one-of-a-kind pieces. And it's been fascinating for us to learn the history to these items. Because, yeah, this is the living room. And come over to the music room. So this room is built for music. There's a lot of chairs in the windows playing musical instruments. And then a couple organs, a piano, and a music box. Now, Denise has her first paranormal experience involved the music box.
So I was talking, kind of to myself, but to my mom, and asking for guidance because I didn't know what I got. And the dinner bells in the dining room, which you'll see,
Yep.
they went off twice, and that can't happen. It just can't happen.
Really?
No. And then the music box went up.
This music box right here?
Yeah.
And this is, it's all spring geared, it's not electric.
Right.
So now earlier when you said that your mother left you the property because she felt like the other siblings would sell it, and you said that created like a rift between the family. Now is that still to this day?
My brother and I speak by texting.
Yeah. Yeah, I just asked that because a lot of times like any feuds or any like negative energy could stir up potential like
So
paranormal.
I think it did at that time, because that's what was going on when
Gotcha.
the dinner bells went off twice, so it was.
Yeah, so that's like once is maybe a fluke, twice is like nearly impossible.
Like I kept thinking that really happened, but I went to other people in the kitchen and they kept saying, they knew it was happening, and they said, we told you, we told you. And I just kept staring like, oh my God.
So prior to that, would you say you were a skeptic or a believer?
I was skeptic, but not really.
It's funny because there's so many locations we go to where it's the same story. They're like, oh, I didn't believe in ghosts, nothing. And
But wait till you see these bells,
Yeah.
and you'll understand why she said they can't just ring on the room.
They can't.
gotcha. Awesome.
It's like impossible.
I got goosebumps. I love these stories.
How to happen? Did it really just?
What's that? I love that stained glass right there. That night and then the High Providence above it. So this is, I'm assuming, the colonel that lives here?
Yes, that's Colonel Wilson. We purchased it in 1940.
Now, does anybody ever say they see like a male presence or anything here?
Not seeing a male presence, but he's definitely come through on spirit boxes.
Gotcha.
Communicated with flashlights.
Okay.
He's definitely here.
Yeah.
This is the formal dining room. It does have the table and chair set is original. On one of the recent videos shown here, or filmed here, there was a figure filmed on the head of the table and sitting on the chair. So that would be one experience I would say. Here, not much really happens on the first floor for activity. Not that it doesn't, but
Yeah, so these dinner chimes, they're not electric or nothing. You got them literally by hand.
That's exactly how it went.
So
all the time.
for this to go off with nobody in here,
Yeah.
that's why she said it's impossible.
Gotcha. So it's not like on a timer. It's not on a spring.
It's
No gear.
It's just the metal chimes.
Oh, that is.
No electricity, no nothing.
We're going to night vision just because of the lighting.
so this is the second floor. It's where all the bedrooms are for the most part. Being 7 bedrooms, 4 in this part, and then 3 in the servants area. A lot of the activity does center around 2 of the 4 bedrooms, but this center hall is pretty active as well. Whether you'll hear pool balls clicking, which people have reported, The only death we know of that has happened within the castle, we had a tour guide, family friend, kind of jack of all trades that worked here, that did pass away of a heart attack right where the couch is here.
That's one we're supposed to sleep on, isn't it?
And do you ever feel his presence?
Yeah.
You said that was a personal friend, right? So you guys.
He worked for my grandparents,
Gotcha.
and then he worked for my mom. He was here for many years.
He definitely makes his presence known.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing is this castle is very quiet. Like, it's not, for being an old building, you don't hear a ton of creaks or a ton, like,
This place is built like a tank.
yeah. I was going to say, you
That's the
don't,
easiest way to describe it.
yeah. It's like, I'm just listening, and it's just, you don't hear a lot of
Just the clock.
movement. Yeah.
When we are off the street, I mean, there's no one really around us.
Yeah. Very secluded.
This
That's
is
crazy.
this is the most recent. This photo here was taken about 10 years ago. Same room, same mirror. You can see the couch over here.
Yeah.
And this girl was working for us. You can see this doll existed, but
What's
look
that?
at him in the back.
Oh,
Good thing I have
wow.
my Polaroid camera.
And then another one right there.
Yeah, like a side profile?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's leaning up against the window. That's
But
what I
these-
see.
These are all pictures taken in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll
this
take-
mirror, we always tell people, snap pictures because you never know.
I've got an old school Polaroid camera with me here. So I'll take like one or two this way and then I'll take them in the mirror.
We do hear more often than not from our guests that come during the day that this room has a sense of heavis and dread.
I didn't feel that, honestly. Surprisingly.
Well, guess where we're sleeping then?
I would say, I mean,
No, it's really
I've never slept in this room and I wouldn't. I mean, this room just gives
Gives you the heat.
me, yeah, but I think it's just because I'm just constantly told so much about it.
Well, I don't like the mirror.
And guess who's sleeping in that room tonight?
It's alright, Derek. I'll sleep with
All right, I got a new roommate.
Mrs. Johnson's room, but this was actually the Wilson's private bedroom until their passings. And it's another very active room within the house. And in the closet here is the black dress that we believe spirits are seen walking around in, either through the windows or in the pictures.
Or the
And it's a bit superstitious to us in the sense that we just kind of leave it be, and it really doesn't come out of the room.
I'm not touching it.
Oh, come on. One of us has to put it on tonight.
It's your size, Brad.
Brad's gonna put it on and then just stand at the foot of the bed and stare at you.
I'm not going
This
into that
space of
room.
the house, because of only one access up, has never been open for tours.
Okay. Well, yeah, fire hazard code stuff.
So it kind of,
The shoes are moving.
Oh, that's a huge room.
it's been forgotten about over the course of its existence.
Aw.
I like to say it's hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
It is
it's
a
got its
beautiful-
own charm. But this was just for possible future expansion or to fill up space.
Well, I just saw it and it reminded me, what's up with the big cage over there?
That
Like the giant looking bird cage.
the whole prisoners. No. The Johnsons had a live eagle, golden pheasants, and Japanese peacocks. That's what it was built for. And then in the very back there was a deer park, so none of these trees existed. And then across the street was their stock farm, so they had Persian horses and Alabama cattle.
He really did spend the shit out of her money.
Yeah, he did.
One horse alone cost $25,000 for them back then to buy and import.
That's more than my car.
Yeah, but 25 grand and
Back then.
would be like $500,000 today.
Jeez.
So there's no comparison.
Yeah.
You know,
That's insane.
that one horse cost as much as that whole complex to construct. Because that complex down there only cost 30 grand to build. This is the ballroom. We have, I don't even know if this was documented or where to find it, but I do remember one of the paranormal groups saying that there was a child spirit that liked to roam around up here, that didn't live here in the house, but just likes to be here. So that's one of the paranormal things here on the third floor.
Child spirit.
I'd say people do hear footsteps of people walking around up here, even if there's no one here.
And this is an original.
Yes, not to the castle. That's,
No, but it's not like this is like an actual. They used it
yes.
To transport the bodies like to the mortuary and everything. So God knows how many dead bodies have been in this. I think Amanda should play it later.
Excuse me? I'm too tall for that.
So we were told that it's been used thousands of times. The funeral home gave it to us. And they basically said, you guys might as well have it in your attic versus our attic.
I mean, that could be used for your Halloween stuff.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We usually, it sits up on top of some tubs in the art gallery in front of the fountain. And we put a little plaque on it that explains what it is. But yeah, it's just used for display. But we do have photographers too that will use this for and set up. That's why some of these props are left.
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
in the
Amy left super creepy.
Oh, I like that chair.
Oh yeah.
I like the school
Is that
desk.
is that an original wheelchair?
Not for the house.
A school desk is
Basically all these.
Ooh, this room looks cool.
Yeah. Is this where the supposed crying lady?
No, that would be
Is
downstairs.
that the other one downstairs? Okay. I remember it was one of the towers.
The turret from turrets allegedly are supposed to funnel energy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how much of that.
The question is like how much of it is superstition from like old Europe, and people are just like, oh yeah, that's what it does.
But it's neat. The windows are all curved glass,
Yeah.
and then there's a huge, massive cone above us, and it's about 30 feet tall. It's just basically a giant silo in front of your house with windows on it.
So what was this room used for? Just a viewing room, pretty much? I just heard something. You saw that,
I
right?
saw that, but I didn't hear anything.
No.